Think about giving your team a cool name. Now, if you've just taken over the finance department and you feel like that you're going to name the finance department the pink, fluffy unicorns, then maybe don't do that. Now, unless you believe that it really will create camaraderie, then go with the pink, fluffy unicorns. More than likely, though, you're going to need to come up with something else. Now, also, as you're a new manager, you've taken over the finance department, you don't want to try to name the finance department on your first day. So you're having your first meeting and you're trying to get to know everybody. What you need to do is actually get to know them. Think about their strengths, their weaknesses, start to learn their personality, start to learn the different people that are on your team, the makeup of it, and also letting them know that, hey, you're there to help them to accomplish all the different missions that the finance department has, beat all the deadlines, all the wonderful things that you need to do for the company and what the finance department is going to bring to the company. But as you start to do this, then you should bring up the subject of, hey, maybe we should name the finance department. And the reason you should is because it works. Like sports teams obviously have names. You have high schools, they've got another name of the high school. They've got mascots. Like there's plenty of research. People like to be a part of something. It starts to create a culture. It starts to create like camaraderie amongst them. So you're the finance department and maybe you decide we're going to be the number crunchers. We're going to be the dynamite digits, something like that. And what you want to do with this is obviously talk amongst your team. You could create a little box where they can, put their recommendations in there anonymously, and then you can come back and look at those, and you try to decide together on what this team name is going to be. Now, normally, if you have 5, 6, 7 people, everyone is not going to agree right out of the gate. But don't worry about that. As long as you can get the majority of your team to agree on it, then you should go with it. So let's say that you decide on the number crunchers. As you're starting to do this, you can start to have fun with it. Like I've seen people, get t-shirts made, have coffee cups made, all kind of stuff like that. You can also, let it influence how you do your meetings as a team. Like say, instead of sitting around a conference table and everybody's just about to fall asleep, maybe you change your meetings and you do a lot of your meetings as a stand-up meeting. So you don't have the conference table in the middle. You do your stand-up meeting and then you bring everybody into the middle in one of those little sports huddles. Everybody puts their hand in and they say number crunchers on 3. 1, 2, 3, number crunchers. And then you go beat all the deadlines. All the great stuff happens like that. For me, one of the teams that I led is we had a mascot. So how it went down is I went to one of these little school fair things with my daughter, and they had, you throw a baseball or whatever it was, and I won a little green alien, a little blow-up doll alien, and the kids, we brought it home, and the kids named the alien Gordon. So we had it in the house. But my wife was like, Gordon's not staying in the house. Why don't you take Gordon to work? So I took Gordon to work, and I got into the office earlier than everybody else, and we had some cubicles that no one was sitting at, and I set Gordon at one of these cubicles, put him in the chair, the whole deal. He's got arms, all this good stuff. And then as my team's coming in, they were like, what is this thing? What is this? I'm like, it's Gordon. I just hired him. He's a new employee here. And it just took off from there. They created pictures for Gordon. They put his family on there. And everybody always, like, we would have meetings. They would actually bring Gordon to the meeting. He would be sitting in the meeting. So it really just kind of built on itself, and he became our mascot. So whatever you can do to kind of like create some camaraderie, create some culture, a cool name for your team, please do it because it absolutely works. So hopefully you try that, and hopefully you liked the little technique. Take care.